for the last 15 days, I've stayed silent. Not because there was nothing to say, but because something massive just happened behind the scenes of the global financial system, something so significant that it required me to re-examine everything we know about money and power. While the world was distracted, gold just shattered a psychological barrier that many thought was impossible, hitting $4,500. But this isn't just a price hike. This is the first heartbeat of a new world order. To understand where we are going, you have to understand where we came from. In 1971, Nixon took the world off the gold standard, creating the Petrodollar empire. For 50 years, the U.S. exported inflation and imported wealth. But that era just ended. In the last 2 weeks, the BRICS nations officially moved from talking about de-dollarization to executing it with their new gold-backed unit. We are witnessing the largest transfer of power in human history, from the paper empires of the West to the hard asset alliances of the East. In today's video, I'm going to show you the data the mainstream media is ignoring. I'll explain why this gold spike is the canary in the coal mine for the dollar, and how the new BRICS financial architecture is designed to do one thing: dismantle the empire. Welcome back to the channel. Gold has always been the ultimate chaos insurance. For decades, it was suppressed, kept in a range to make the dollar look strong. But in the last 14 days, the dam finally broke. This move to $4,500 represents a confidence crisis. Central banks across the East, China, India, and Russia have stopped buying U.S. treasuries and started hoarding physical gold at a pace we haven't seen since the end of World War II. When an empire's debt exceeds its ability to pay, it has two choices: default or inflate. The West has chosen inflation. But the rest of the world is no longer willing to hold the bill. By pushing gold to these record highs, the global market is effectively delisting the dollar as the world's safest asset. But here is the part the news isn't telling you: the BRICS Unit. While you were watching the gold charts, the BRICS alliance finalized the unit, a decentralized currency backed 40% by gold and 60% by a basket of local currencies. This isn't just another crypto or a failed experiment. This is a direct strike at the SWIFT system. The empire's weaponized finance. For years, the U.S. used the dollar as a weapon, sanctioning countries and cutting them off from global trade. The BRICS unit is the shield. It allows 40% of the world's population to trade, buy oil, and settle debts without ever touching a single U.S. dollar. When you combine the $4,500 gold shock with a functioning alternative system, the empire of debt begins to look very fragile. The world is changing faster than the headlines can keep up with. What we've seen in these last 2 weeks is just the beginning of a massive wealth transfer. The question isn't whether the system will change, it already has. The only question is, are you positioned on the right side of history, or are you still holding onto the illusions of the old empire? This channel is dedicated to deconstructing the mechanics of power, money, and history so you can navigate the chaos. If you found value in this deep dive after my short break, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications. We are entering the most volatile economic era of our lifetimes, and you cannot afford to look away. I want to hear from you. Do you think $4,500 gold is the peak, or is it just the launchpad? And is the BRICS unit truly ready to replace the dollar? Let's debate in the comments. I'll be responding to as many as possible. If you want to understand how the fall of the Roman Empire mirrors our current financial crisis, watch this video right here. I'll see you in the next one.